What's that? Orange Order?
See all the flags, see? That's King William, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of Irish memorials so far, but not many English or Protestant.
He was the king who relinquished all the power of the king to make him. Before him, they were the absolute rulers. After that, they just became a figurehead for the government. This is Stevie Top Gun. He overseen the murder of 41 Catholics.
So how often, you see pictures of the Troubles with guys walking through the streets with guns. Does that still happen very often?
No, not really. You see a red poppy cross?
Oh yeah.
Above it you'll see the names of 4 people that died at that spot by an IRA bomb. And the 2 youngest are 2 babies, 17-month-old and a 2-year-old. Do you see that?
Yeah, Colin and
Did you notice that one of them's even a Catholic? One of their own people?
yeah, Harold King.
Yep. 29-year-old Catholic. See all the Union Jacks? That's their Britishness. Get parked up here somewhere.
What was the name of the pub?
The Bayardo Bar. And the owners would not rebuild it. 5 people were killed. And they turned it into a place of reflection and the matches of football. And it stayed like this for 25 years. It went the whole way up until the Song Association, a group of members got to the song. They asked for part of the garden. They made this memorial to the people that died. The youngest was 17, the oldest was 63. There's the pub the day before we blew up, and there's the day after.
There's nothing left.
Every year on the 13th of August there is a memorial service held here. These are 3 Scottish soldiers from the Royal Highland Fusiliers, and they were murdered by the IRA. The sad thing that happened to them was that they were out for a night out in Belfast, city centre, having a beer. 3 girls actually sit down beside them, and the 3 girls actually lured them up to the farmhouse. They didn't realise that the 3 girls were in the IRA, and they were tortured and mutilated, these lads, for the war. That's the one you just passed where the 2 babies were killed and the 2 men.
Just down the road?
Yeah. And this one here is just round the corner. That's a fish shop that was selling fish, and when they went in, people went in to buy fish. They were followed in by the 2 IRA volunteers who set a bomb on the counter. The bomb exploded and killed everyone in the shop. That's the funeral of mother, father and 7-year-old daughter. And 6 women and children died in this bomb.
How many?
6 women and children plus 3 men. That was a Protestant wedding that was being held in the Lamont House Hotel, where the IRA planted a bomb and beside it they put petrol canisters, and it created napalm. It burnt 12 of the guests to death. That's a girl who was at the wedding.
Is there any reason why they targeted the wedding, or is it just because
it
they
was
were
the Protestants.
just they weren't military, or is just?
No. These are Birmingham pub bombings in England. The highest amount of people ever killed in the Troubles for many years was that one, until it was surpassed by this one. Omagh, 29 people were killed. This is Hyde Park, when the Household Cavalry were targeted by the IRA. Bomb packed with 6-inch nails that killed 7 horses and 4 soldiers. And this one here is British soldiers slaughtered on the streets of the United Kingdom in broad daylight. This is ISIS terrorists killing Fusilier Lee Rigby in 2013. This is Belfast, 1988, when these 2 soldiers were trailed out of their car, beaten, stripped naked, and shot dead in the streets of Belfast by the IRA. Believed today, even with charged with the murder of just 9 people, the youngest being I think it was a 9-year-old girl, because the police believed that he was the IRA Director of Operations in Londonderry. And it was all covered up.
Father Chesney?
Yep. This one here is in a kiln, which used to be called Veterans Day. This is called Remembrance Sunday, where the IRA detonated a bomb at 11 o'clock when people were praying for the war dead that killed 11 people. And I see nothing like this down in Crossmaglen.
This what?
Say you wouldn't see anything like this down in Crossmaglen. See these photographs? I think that was the same person at first. This here's ISIS London bombings of 2005. This is the IRA blowing London up in 1973. This is the man who was convicted of these bombings.
And he's a member
He was
of Sinn Féin?
He escaped from the Mace prison along with other IRA convicts, and he's shot dead prison guard. Someone asked me where he is today. He's now a member of Parliament in Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
That's because 700 men from this road died in the Battle of the Somme. So they did.
In World War I?
Yeah. He fought for the Jews in the British Army in the First World War. He's buried in Israel.
John Henry Patterson?
Yep, you should Google him. A film called The Ghost in the Darkness. It's a true story about the man eating lions in Kenya. Michael Douglas stars in the film. He was the biggest movie star then in America. And the man he's acting is Patterson. It was Patterson who killed the lions.
I'll have to look it up. And so the Protestant side is over behind those gates. Where would the Catholic side be?
That's the other side of this wall.
Just right here?
Yeah, what do you see? Ain't that wall, that's Catholic houses there, see? And those gates close every night, 6:30.
Mm-hmm. What happens if you get stuck behind them?
You have to go into the city centre and up the Shankhill Road, or down the Shankhill and up the falls, because the wall separates every road. Big wall, isn't it?
Yeah. How far does it stretch?
Surrounds the Protestant side. There it goes up, then across, back down. It's a Protestant area surrounded by the walls.
Fuck nukes, fuck Donald Trump, fuck a bunch of other things. You spray painted something. Love, not hate. So the Protestant side, you said the Catholic side is surrounded, but the Protestant side isn't, or the Protestant side is surrounded, but
It's a Protestant area surrounded by the walls.
gates stay open up until 10, so you can leave.
Yeah, get across. Once these close, that's it. You have to go into the city centre to get round.
So you just have to wait inside until morning?
No, you can go into the city centre and go up into your home, but if you're walking, it's a long walk. But it stops any trouble, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This here's an IRA Garden of Remembrance. This is where the trouble started in 1969.
You said this is where the trouble started?
Yep.
How did they start?
Oh, Protestant attacked the Catholics here.
Mm-hmm.
These are all IRA volunteers who died in these three streets. But you notice that the wages up on it?
Yeah.
Because I don't want you to know how young some of them are. Sean O'Rear, 13.
13 years old. And all the IRA leaders, they survived.
They all survived. And here, the 9th of March 1972, these 4 IRA volunteers blew themselves up here. Just here where we're standing. They were making a bomb.
Oh.
When they were making it, before they got Semtex, they were mixing the fertilizer. And what happened was, the bomb exploded and blew the 4 houses up, which is now the Garden of Remembrance. The problem is, yes, they're up there, but in the next house to the bomb, there was a 7-year-old girl was killed. She's not up on the wall. So, do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
They only put up who they want to put up, which suits the story. See the back of their homes?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, they're not needed today, but that's...
And who are these?
They're all people from the area who died. Natural causes now, but who spent time in jail during the... You see the 20s, then you have the 56 rats, the 70s, the 80s.
And there's more space on these.
Yeah. Today, I wish I had what Jerry Adams has in the bank, over £1 million. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So he's done very, very well out of it. See, these houses were all destroyed. That's why they're all grey brick.
Yeah.
The red brick houses was redeveloped. Right. People don't understand that the IRA did not want a united Ireland. That was only part of it. The IRA wanted a united Ireland where they were running. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah. But they used...
In other words, if Ireland was united tomorrow morning, the IRA would not go away.
Didn't they say that one of their enemies was the Irish Army itself?
Well, you see, they seen them for what they were. I mean, they turned on each other.
You said, because you mentioned that the Irish government supported Germany in World War II for a period.
Yeah, that's true, they did.
And the IRA tried to get them to invade, but were they communist, or because they used so much communist symbolism?
Well, they are, because they fight against Franco in the Spanish Civil War.
Oh yeah.
They're communists. You know, I mean, there's no doubt about that. They're communism is in theory is a great thing, but look who the richest. They reckon the richest man in the world is Putin. So says a lot about communism.
Yeah, it says a lot that Jerry Adams has £1 million in the bank.
Well, let's put it this way. I wish the fuck I had what he had over £1 million. Jerry Adams is a very, very wealthy man. And even last week, your man said it. I mean, it was said Jerry Adams is a millionaire. Make no doubt about it. And it's not where we ended up. It's for him. He's typical type of person he is. It's where he ended up. He wanted to be this great figure of Ireland, but history will be very unkind to Adams when he pops his clogs, because all he has is blood in his hands. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
This here is Bobby Sands. Have you ever heard of him?
I've heard he's like their hero.
He is the man who starved himself to death in jail along with 9 other IRA men. Protestants cheered every time one of them died. They believe all the crap that they're told, you see, and it's like it says more about them posting stuff like that than it says about here, because they know nothing about here. They only think they know.
How many gardens of remembrance are there? Because I just saw...
Fuck's sake, they're all over the place. That one there is a dissident Republican one. The truth is, I wouldn't even stop at that. I wouldn't give them the publicity, because they're the ones that are still trying to kill people.
Oh, they're still active?
Yep, they don't believe. So I wouldn't even give them the time of day, to be honest. You know,
Okay.
you're only paying supper to them when you do. You know what I mean? and they really don't care who they kill. I mean, they would kill Protestants, Catholics. You're nothing to them. The truth is, they're much like gangsters, basically. You know what I mean? It's 90% gangsterism, 10% politics. Giving the wee boy a drink of water.
I saw in the news, I used to go to a monastery. They blew up a Buddhist monastery and shot up a bunch of the monks, I think, in India or in Sri Lanka. And
Yeah, that's right. Did I remember that?
we had a group of Tamil Tigers in South Carolina for a while. They started out supporting North Korea, and then they just switched over to Tamil Tigers. It's weird just showing your support for different groups around the world that you would never bother joining yourself.
No.
But you'd come out here to paint some pictures, working with youth. So it's a youth group next to the Palestinian group.
And the IRA, that is, together.
Yeah, and the IRA, and you got the Tamil Tigers, and
Got Colin from Turkey, and
oh yeah, the
PPK, and I mean, there's lads who joined the IRA probably regret everything that ever happened. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But there's really nothing they can. I mean, you can't change the past. The past is what it is. It's just the way it's told. But to glorify the deaths of people and as if their lives meant nothing. The 500 soldiers who were murdered here, all the innocent people were taken. They're brought out on the streets because of the dissident Republicans again. The ones who I was telling you about that don't accept the peace.
Was there a group of them about? Is there a specific reason?
Well, they have to be in them for their own protection because they're bulletproof, you know what I mean?
Oh.
They try and make out as if they were the good guys. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
But you've seen them things there, that's only the tip of the iceberg. There was actually a thing beyond the news tonight, probably, if you watched it at 6 o'clock, the Northern Ireland News. You'll see where a girl come back. It's her first time back in Northern Ireland. There's a quilt has been made, and it's a lot of people who died, and a lot of children's on it. And you've got to understand something. The Loyalist paramilitaries, the Protestants, apologised at the Good Friday Agreement. They said we offer our abject remorse to all the innocent people we have killed. In other words, they weren't apologising for the IRA men they killed, or women, but anyone who was not a Republican, they apologised. I think the IRA should have apologised to all the innocent people they killed.
They didn't?
No, and they never will. And the reason why they won't is because they said this was a war. That is how they get out of all the awkward questions. If you said to them, what about all the people, innocent people that you killed? They will say to you, it was a dirty war. They were casualties of war. Photographs of Nelson, because Nelson defeated the Spanish in the Battle of Trafalgar. But Nelson himself was a white supremacist, and he believed in the slave trade. But people's not taking photographs of us because of that. And it's the same as fucking Lee. They're taking it because they probably don't even know that about him. And the thing about it is, I think history is there. Why try and fucking hate it? Be more open about the history.
So I think this is a memorial for the Irish National Liberation Army, INLA. Irish Republican Socialist Party, and the Liberation Army. Look. So these are all the IRA volunteers. Sean Bailey, James O'Neill, James McGrillen, Sean McDermott. So every grave is like a mass grave. There's several, every grave marker. So this is an entire section. And I think these benches here have the, I think that's the Sinn Féin logo on it, I'm not sure. I think these were the three guys in Gibraltar that caused a stir when someone started shooting up the graveyard when they were buried. So, all the priests buried right next to the IRA volunteers. So this guy was like the officer of the National Liberation. On our way to Londonderry.